time. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Tuesday night All Consultant Zoom. It is September 21st. Shane is reminding me I'm evidently screwing up my dates because I'm putting the wrong months on stuff for y'all. So don't listen to a word that I say. Hey, Tonio, I'm so glad you're on here. I hope you're feeling better. So tonight we are going to start with our top numbers of in the group. Let's get that. So this is out of 2,174 consultants. Let's start with the top 10. And we've got, let me just make sure everyone is muted and then y'all can unmute when we get to our interactive part. Okay, in 10th place is, what'd I do wrong? Wait, I think I pushed the wrong button, you guys. Hold on. This, again, don't trust me, anything that I'm doing. Okay, 10th place is a star consultant. Wait, I like to say what state they're from. I think that's fun. 10th place is a star consultant in West Virginia, Mandy Martin. 9th place, star consultant in Pennsylvania, Brandy Kernick. 8th place, a star consultant in West Virginia, Tina I. 7th place, a star consultant in West Virginia. I'm seeing a trend here in West Virginia, Barbara Wade. 6th place, she's usually in the top, is Director Crystal Newsom in West Virginia. Megan Michael is in, what number was I on? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5th place, Megan Michael, Director in West Virginia. Congratulations to you. I am in 4th. Ashley Goebel, a director in West Virginia. West Virginia is taking over the world right now. I love it. Director Ashley Goebel. 2nd place is Sarah Caceres, a superstar director in Virginia. And leading the way this week, Director Amanda Thome in Maryland. So congratulations to you guys for being in the top 10 sales out of our whole organization of 2,174. I will tell you, in 10th place, you had to have just over $3,600 in sales. I know Holly Cullen likes to know where the little point is to work harder and push. And
hey, I'm close. I might get it next week.
You might. You very well might. And then leading the way, I believe, had you'd have to have just over 6,400 in sales in PRV. So that's really amazing. There's a lot of really great LTOs right now. So I hope that you're maximizing this huge selling season and all the opportunities you have to make extra PRV right now. Okay, so far, the most important thing in your business is sponsoring that you can do. And so far, congratulations to the following people: Lacey Rogers, Lori Engel, Tiara Andre, Charles Carter, Meredith Richardson, Tammy Gledhill, Jennifer Coral, Helena Aguilar, Crystal DeValin, Emily Barkey, Christina Rose, Aaron Nelson, Juanita Holba, Megan Dew, Tammy Mayo, Tracy Thompson, Shannon Everett, Ellen Johnson, Megan Morandi, Amanda Thome, Kendall Kidwell, Atlanta Mundell, Amanda Hedrick, Lydia Shepard, Sandra Cole, Ashley Smith, Stephanie Thomas, Amy Edwards, Renee Hall, you're on here. Congratulations to you on your new recruit. Those all sponsored one, and the following people have already sponsored 2 new consultants during our join promotion this month: Katie Collier, Marielle Hunt, Crystal Newsom, and Ashley Goebel. So congratulations to you guys for sponsoring 2 new teamies already this month. That's a really huge win, and you should all be celebrating yourself, or even if you've done a little PRV or a lot of PRV or done something new this month, pat yourself on the back, because it is all about taking chances, doing something new, and just working your business at least 15 minutes a day. It's much easier to be successful and create a habit by you doing something 15 minutes a day versus you waiting to the last day of the month and trying to cram everything in, of course, during that. So I really wanted to talk to you about an aspect that we are so lucky to have in this business that a lot of other companies don't have. And it's the fact that we have fragrance in our business. It is very, oh, I'm new, and she got, oh, congratulations, Jamie. So she's brand new to Scentsy, and she got an order on 9/6. Good job. Way to go. Congratulations to you. One of the things that I love about our business is that we have fragrance, and it helps create experiences. And so that's kind of what we're going to be talking about tonight. And we're going to brainstorm some areas that I think a lot of people aren't necessarily doing every aspect of this business with a fragrant experience attached. So the basics of the human sense of smell, we live in a world that likes to trigger other senses to grab attention, mostly the visual and the auditory. Bright colors, boisterous sounds, the bigger, the better. But when it comes to the sense of smell, animals are usually praised for it, like, oh, they've got such a keen sense of smell, right? But not humans. But it turns out that humans, our smell isn't bad at all. Smell is the first sense that you use when you're born. You can comfortably distinguish between 10,000 different odors alone. Some bold studies even claim that humans can detect up to 1 trillion different smells. And that's not even the most fascinating part about it. Humans handle smells differently than any other sensation. Each sniff that you take travels along the olfactory tract and is then directly processed into the olfactory bulb and the brain area responsible for smells. That same olfactory bulb is near the amygdala, and the hippocampus brain centers in charge of memory and emotion. So every time that fragrance, that's what's happening. Their close proximity may be the reason why positive memories come flooding back each time that you're triggered by a pleasant, familiar odor or aroma, such as maybe like your grandma's cookies. Or for me, it's like when I smell a guy's cologne, it takes me back to maybe like a high school boyfriend or something. You know, when I smell Cool Water, it reminds me of that. And immediately I'm like back in high school all over again. So smell is the most powerful and emotional of all the senses. So each time that you maybe pass near a random bakery and you breathe in the aroma of freshly baked cookies or lemon scones, whatever it may be, the exact same ones that maybe your grandmother that made in the past, you travel back to Christmas at their house. It takes you back to that memory. When you get a whiff of suntan lotion, maybe that your mom used to rub into your cheeks during summer holidays, and you instantly travel back to summers long gone by. Maybe you catch a sniff of the sweet, subtle scent that your crush used to wear, and you're transported back to the night of your first kiss. Well, no, I don't remember a cologne on my first kiss, but it does take me back to an old boyfriend. I will tell you that. It does. It takes you back in time. Sensory branding is very popular in major corporations, right? They like to have different sensory branding. It's all about telling a brand's story by using all 5 senses: sight, smell, hearing, taste, and touch. Think of it as making your brand come alive. So we are fortunate enough to have one of those in every single thing that we sell with this fragrance. We also have touch, right? A lot of times we're using sight when we have the great, beautiful images that we're sharing on social media or pictures. Hearing, I guess now we can consider our air purifier a nice little white noise hum, right? I guess we can have that as part of our hearing now. But according to this Martin Lindstrom, it's a branding expert. He says most brands focus on the visual. 83% of all branding aims to create only an enjoyable visual effect. Only 3% of Fortune 1000 companies use scent to accompany other aspects of their branding campaigns. That happens because visual is what makes the most sense to people. It's the easiest thing to do is to share a picture of a warmer or make a post on social media. Look through the catalog, right? And we shouldn't, and should we even mention that they forget about the other 99% of what they touch? On the other side, human beings, the people that are buying our products, remember a staggering 35% of what they smell. And remembering smell is effortless. It's unconscious. You don't have to think about it to do it. You just remember it. So this I thought was pretty interesting. According to Fundera, 43% of customers spend more money on brands they're loyal to. But brand loyalty is almost never about the actual product or service. It's much more than that. Your brand loyalty is always about the experience your product gives, meaning Scentsy as a whole and you as the consultant also. There's two parts to an experience for a customer. The product itself and the service that you're delivering. And the consistent quality of it in both areas. It's about the way a product or service makes consumers feel, and ultimately it's the emotional attachment that forms and stays. Consumers begin to feel fully engaged. Our experience tells that consumers no longer want to feel forced to interact with your brand. And the only way to move forward is by building engagement. And then also this other company, Gallup, it states that customers don't like looking at numbers and facts when it comes to making a buying decision. For them, feelings are facts. So remember that. The next time that you're spouting something off about a cube of wax can last, 8 to 10 hours or whatever, feelings are facts. How does that scent make you feel? What does it remind you of? Or what product, or the warmer, or maybe it's a design of a warmer that makes you feel or transport back into a place of your childhood or something like that. Consumers that have formed an attachment towards your brand don't become loyal. They become your brand ambassadors. They become fully engaged. According to Rosetta, fully engaged consumers buy 90% more frequently, and they spend 60% more per transaction and deliver 3 times the value to the brand over a course of a year. So you have to know that an emotional connection is created. As we said, up to 90% of all decisions that are made are emotional. Try and suppress emotions or cut them out completely of the process, and you're unable to make a move. So this is what I found very interesting. So speaking of different companies that you go to, you frequent, when you're talking about retail, when I was reading this article, they were even talking about putting fragrance in retail stores. Like, let's say you're selling ovens. You could have the scent and fragrance of a baked apple pie warming, right? Or even a lot of the realtors, when you walk into homes and you smell that fragrance, people are smelling things before they're even noticing what the house looks like. So keep that in mind too. But consumers spending time in a scented environment are more likely to make a purchase when scent is involved in retail in general. So I thought that was pretty interesting. In the hospitality industry, it says having a unique scent to lure guests in has been one of the long-held secrets of luxury hotel brands. And they know how to do it right. All the way from hiding diffusers around the rooms to perfume towels and even postcards. They know brand loyalties is sometimes one whiff away. On office premises, having spaces with different aromas only tend to leave a good impression with clients who visit. Working in a scented environment, it could boost employees' productivity and help manage stress levels. So this is what I was starting to think, and my mind just started racing at this point. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, okay, with our products, our fragrance is the experience, everything that we're doing. And when we're posting on social media and you're running your business by posting, it's not going to cut it. We can't experience fragrance through a screen or through a cell phone, right? Or even text. We've got to try to create memorable moments and experiences for our customers that will make you memorable. This does create loyalty, And we all know our products are quality, what we get. We have the lifetime manufacturer warranty. When they hear Scentsy name, they know what they're getting, right? It speaks volumes. And so you have to think, does your effort and how you run your business, do you treat your customers like they're the only customer you have in your entire business? Like, because their loyalty can be with our brand, but you are also the brand. And it's going to be two-part. Scentsy's got it covered for us, but what are you doing on your part, right? Are you creating a memorable experience? Oh, I didn't record, did I? Oh, yes, I did. Okay, good. I forgot. Are you creating a memorable experience for each customer and making them feel super special? So this is where I wanted us to help each other out and create like a list of some fun things and out of the box thinking ways that you can bring these memorable fragrance experiences to every aspect of your business. And we all know clearly samples is going to be a huge one, right? But that's a given. But what are some other ways that you could create ways of fragrance experiences for people?
I would say getting people to come by your house to smell things and having things warming. I've sold a lot of scents that way because people walk into my home and say, okay, I want that.
Okay, so make sure your house, your own personal home, when people come over, that it smells amazing. Okay, that's good.
Make sure your car is smelling really good. I think especially using the mini fan in there, because when I pick my kids up from carpool, I always get comments, oh my gosh, your car smells so good.
Okay.
And then like even like the Chick-fil-A people, when I roll down my window, oh, it smells so good in here.
Okay, so your car, that's a very good one.
I would also say wear the fragrance mist because it's not a very popular product as far as I know, but when wearing it and people smell, and you walk by and they ask what it is, you say Scentsy and they're taken back by it.
Smart. Yeah, that's good. And I guess the same would go for the laundry, right? Your laundry washer whiffs, just make sure you do heavy scoops so it's fragrant off your clothes.
You can be like really thoughtful and not trying to be spammy, but like if you have a neighbor or someone that's sick, maybe dropping them a Scentsy soap bag if that's in your budget. If not, a nice generous sample of the Scentsy soap. Not expecting an order, and certainly nothing like, I wouldn't even put anything like promotional or marketing in there. Just like, hey, I heard you were under the weather. I hope this helps you feel better.
Just like a genuine gift, yes. And that kind of is something that I had jotted down, similar, not the same, but pay attention on social media if there is happy successes or wins for your customers or people that, you know, that spend money with you, or if there's a death or something. I know one of my customers just passed away the other day, and it just happened to be a mother-in-law of one of my customers, and I sent just a handwritten sympathy card to her, you know, in the mail. But it's just opportunities for you to pay attention that aren't soliciting, just to be able to connect and show that you care. So kind of pay attention and jot them down or screenshot it when you see it and when you get back home. And I think it's always a great idea. Go to Dollar Tree and pick up a couple of, they're 2 for $1 cards. Have some sympathy cards on hand, or little birthday cards or congratulations cards or something like that, just so you are able to notice those things and send it. And something I love too is the scent edging, like Callie does. If on all of your brochures or paper, if you'll take a bar and just go like this to the edges, you can scent edge all of your paper, which is kind of fun also. Handwritten cards go a long way. What
I would
else?
say the Scentsy Go. The Scentsy Go has become the most underutilized product that we have now. I take it to work every day. I take it going to the grocery store. People are gonna smell it an aisle over. I've used to have so many orders come just from my Scentsy Go.
From taking
So
it with
use
you.
it again, take it, because you can't, is my computer messing up?
No, we can see you.
Okay, you can't take, your mini fan diffuser wherever you want to go.
Right.
So use your Scentsy Go.
Yeah, that's good. I don't use it mine enough. That's for sure. I need to start carrying that with me more.
Use both versions.
Yeah, that's smart.
I just turned on a Scentsy over here to melt some wax so I can make some samples. So now I've got a big flare coming over here.
I love it.
Oh, well. Oh, well. But my thought, I have a Scentsy at my office, a warmer on my desk, and I change just about every day. I just put one square in there instead of the full 3 or 4, whatever it is, right?
Yes.
So then I can change it. And there's a couple of people that I know get kind of annoyed by it, but not annoyed in a bad way. They're just usually like, aren't you going to change it today? And then some of the stronger scents, it drifts over around to some of the other halls or whatnot. And naturally, of course, I'm at work. It's a professional thing. I'm not pushing my business there at
Right.
work, of course. But nonetheless, it still just brings more conversation. And when you say that about scents and memories and that kind of thing, it never fails. I'm sure you've all tried the graham cracker crunch one or whatever. My God, the things people said about that, it was like, oh, I'm at a camp, I'm at da da da, you know what I mean? Or I'm having a bowl of cereal or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just changing it a lot. And like I said, I just use a square just instead of the full ones or whatever.
Well, I think that's super important too, because a lot of people do work full time and you're not maximizing that opportunity of having the warmer and changing it daily because you're really getting different scents under their nose. And you could just have a little secret stash of bars, and those ones that aren't interested are coming in there and say, Susie, help me pick out the scent today. I can't decide. So that'll at least them get into the bars and say, and letting them do it maybe. And that might be a little more interactive.
Most of them I'm
thing.
friends with, so on Facebook, I'll just message them and say, hey, glad you like that or that kind of thing. And that's got some things.
Yeah. See, that's so awesome. So yes, at your office, a warmer and using it at your workplace. Love it. Do you put samples in every bag? Every order that leaves your house, do you have a sample of something new in it? Yes. Kathy is like, yes. Holly is like, yes. So that's a huge opportunity, and it increases your chances of people reordering if you have samples in that bag. Samples in the mailer also. Something fun too with the packaging. Just pick a room spray for the month and spray tissue paper that's going in the bags. That's another great way to fragrance something very inexpensive where they're getting a little bit of fragrance. What else are some ideas of how you can maximize and get out there where people can experience Scentsy a little bit more? Clearly, they would do it at a home party. Cynthia said, yes, just having people come over at her house can really experience it there. What about taking some warmers you can't get off your shelf and putting in a local business and doing a loaner warmer for them? You could do something like that. Another thing that creates loyalty and experience, I would say, is the little extras that you can put in your customer's bag. It could just be a simple blow pop every time they come over. It doesn't have to be tons of free product. I rarely do that, but it is the little extra things that you can do that does create that loyalty. They have the loyalty with Scentsy, but you want them to have the loyalty with you as well. Another really great thing that I had jotted down is your referral program. Making sure you have that in place, that's going to help create some loyalty too, where the best compliment anybody can give you is a referral. And so one of the things that of the girl that we're going to hear on October 5th that sells thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in PRV a month, and in her Scentsy Club alone, she gets 10 to 11,000 PRV just for her Scentsy Club orders. She's going to be our guest speaker on October 5th. but something that she said was in her referral program was whenever someone refers a new customer, she'll give a Scentsy bar to the new customer and the person that referred them. So that is her referral system. And I'm excited for her to hear and talk about all the things that she's doing in her business on October 5th. But I found that very interesting because with the referral program that I do, I usually just give the person that referred a new bar. I don't give the new customer a new bar typically. But it just goes to show you what works for somebody. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can still take ideas and tweak them to make your own. Okay, so what other experiences can you do? What about a cleaning basket? If somebody has not tried a product, I saw Superstar director Wendy Heath Newgas had a cleaning basket, and she said, I'd love to come over and do a cleaning demo for you in your home. So she masked up, went over there. She did a load of towels with the washer with. She was cleaning the lady's microwave with the counter clean, was cleaning some shoes. So she literally went in like Kirby Vacuum comes in and does the demos, but with our clean products, she was doing that with. So maybe you reach out to your customers and you say, hey, I've got this new clean demo I'd love to try out. Can I come over tomorrow to have you be my first person? It could be just a simple question as I've been wanting to try these new products, or have you ever wondered about the counter clean or bathroom cleaner? She even went in there and sprayed the shower, just let it drip and do its thing, and left and came back and then did something else. So I thought that was a pretty clever way to be getting in front of people where they can experience the products. What else are some ideas that you would get products in people's hands where they can experience it if it's based solely on people buying and not parties? Can you think of anything else?
Hey, Heather.
Yes.
Something that I've been doing too, there's a small little market type thing that I do. And I only do it like once a month, but they do it every Saturday. But I only do it actually, I don't even know why I said once a month, maybe once a quarter, but whatever. I think I've done it twice this summer. Anyway, it's not even a busy market, but I'm doing kind of like Holly Cullen was doing. We've talked about this, just going out more for networking. I do bring product, but I don't go crazy on it. But something that's been really working for me is, of course, as I'm giving them my information, I tell them, I say, hey, on Sundays from 2 to 6, I have kind of like this little stop and shop. If you just want to smell the new scents, I have my testers. So I'm not just saying, hey, I have a bunch of stuff coming by. I just want to get the scents under their noses. So what I do, actually another one of my customers named it that. She's like, it's your stop and shop. I'm like, call it what you want, but this is a way for me to get the scent under their noses. So I always try to make sure I do that market on a Saturday that I'm in town, obviously, so that the very next day I can say, hey, from 2 to 6, I'm going to be home and I'm just going to be doing some laundry. So
yeah, because if you're home anyway, you might as well create that habit of every Sunday. That's smart.
Yeah. And I just make it very late. Like I try to make it as laid back as possible. I'm like, yeah, I've just got like 2 loads of laundry to do. If you want my address, because my cell phone number's on my van and everything. So I don't mind giving that out.
Yeah.
I don't give them my address until they reach out and say, hey, I met you yesterday. I really want to come smell those testers you were talking about.
Yeah.
So I give them my flyer with my phone number on it. And like I said, I just make it really laid back. Like, hey, yeah, it's just anywhere from 2 to 6. Let me know if you want to stop by. And that's been really good for me. Sundays have been quite amazing the last few weeks.
That's awesome.
But I make it my norm. So that's like my Sunday 2 to 6 stop and shop, you know?
Good. Thank you. That's great. Something else that I love to do is during the holiday seasons, I make samples of only the fall smells, and I make little fall sample bags where they're all just in one group in one bag. And it is the felt. You could sliver them up, you could do whatever, and I'm going to do the same thing for Christmas. So every fall scent that I just put in a little bundle. So when they ask me like, hey, I need some fall scents, everybody's recently right now going, hey, I need fall smells. I need fall scents. Would you love a sample, one of my fall samplers? And on the sticker, I put place an order within 48 hours of receiving and receive a free gift. And that way there's a call to action on my sample packs where hopefully they're going to place an order and I'm getting a product in their hands as the thank you gift to experience. So keep that in mind too. When you're sampling, you can do the seasons. Like if you know people love pumpkin, put all three. I think there's 3 different pumpkin scents, or maybe 4 this season. I'd have to get my catalog and look, but you could do the pumpkin sampler, the pumpler. That's a cute name. We can call it the pumpler. I love it because I did it for the Christmas tree one last year. We had all these different pine scents, which I may or may not have warmed very snowy spruce yesterday in my whole entire house. I am not even lying. I am already ready for it. But even like for the pine trees, which one is that one? Candy cranberry pecan.
Mhm.
Oh, I knew that. Oh my gosh. I found more bars of that, by the way, for you.
Ugh.
Yes, they're here for our next team meeting. You can get them. But yeah, you can do your samplers according to like seasons and what people are buying, right? So that's pretty smart to have just those, because you know they're going to end up falling in love with more. What are some other ways that y'all can think of creating experiences, Josh?
Go to your local coffee shops. Go to your local owned businesses. Like I just posted in a chat, I'll leave a Rub and Smell sticker on the back of my business card, or I'll do product list, and I put them on the community board. I live in a college town, so I get circulated quite a bit. I will drive up on campus maybe once a month and just leave stuff there. And I've gotten a few orders from just that because they can't have warmers. So it's all wall fan diffusers.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you can even pick up, you just have me remember about my business card. So if you go to Dollar Tree and get the old bar soap travel plastic containers for a bar of soap, you know what I'm talking about? Put a scent pack in there, put your business cards on top, shut the lid, you'll have scented business cards. It's amazing. And every time you hand one out, they're like, oh my gosh, this smells so good. That's an experience, right? It's over the top ways that you can have fragrance attached to everything you're doing. Nothing should be leaving your hands, or everything that you're doing in your business has got to have fragrance attached so the consumer can have an experience, because they're not going to have an experience. I can't tell you how many stories I've heard of scent samples from back in the day. We would hand them out, and even other consultants, they said the same thing. They'd throw it in their purse or bag and they'd forget about it. And months later, people would join a team over a scent sample that they found or put in a drawer or in a bag, and it still smelled months later. People would be joining left and right back in the day before all this social media and stuff that we had. It was old school. It's a fragrance business, and you've got to make sure fragrance is attached to everything that you're doing. That way you have enough experiences. Okay, Shayna's got one. Go ahead.
Well, no, I don't have one. I just went through and counted all the pumpkin spices, including
okay.
the one that's in the Harvest collection.
Yep.
There are 13.
Okay, a lot more than 4. Thank you, Shayna. That's a big pumpler. That's a big pumpler. That's a terrible name for it. Actually, doesn't sound very good. Oh gosh, yeah, let's not call it that.
It's funny. It's funny.
Well, they're going to be thinking we're crazy. They're going to be wondering what we're really selling. It doesn't really sound like fragrance. Oh gosh, that's terrible. Okay. What else? Any other things y'all can think of how to attach fragrance for an experience? Rub and Smell stickers is a great one, Josh. I think that's attach them to everything. Fragrance, everything you can. Even the Rub and Smells, when I pay bills, I'll put one on there.
I do the stickers, and every now and then, if I'm like crazy about a certain scent and I have the room spray of it, I will spray down the stuff that I have.
Yeah.
But I also got to be cautious because I have a couple of customers that are allergic to a certain scent or different scents.
Yeah,
So I have to make sure that that scent doesn't get on the stuff that I give them.
right,
So
right. No, I can see that, like a cinnamon or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, I
so-
see. My problem is cinnamon. My mom's problem is vanilla.
Oh, really?
So-
Okay.
Yeah, she loves cinnamon. I love vanilla. She
Yeah.
can't have vanilla. I can't have cinnamon.
Oh my gosh. So no vanilla and no cinnamon at your house. Oh gosh.
No vanilla at my house, just not cinnamon.
Unless she comes and visits, you can't have it going. No way. Not good. Oh gosh. I don't know what I would do if there was a scent that I could not have. And if it was, I would be so sad. Okay, any other questions or ideas of where you can do fragrance or experience? I kind of wanted y'all to kind of think outside the box to how you could get in front of more people. One of the things I think too that you could work on is asking people to be a product tester for you, or you're needing people to a focus group to try this out and see how they like it and give you feedback. People always want to give their opinions. So you could have them take a 3-pack of bars and rate on a scale from 1 to 10 which fragrance they liked the most. Just different ways of just trying to get in front of people to have that experience. Maybe it's a fragrance flower where you're picking people and saying, okay, I'd love for you to put this in your home for the 60 days and give me your feedback on what you think about it. If you've got, somebody that is maybe spending a lot of money with you and has never tried them, that might be a great way to get one of those half off and use that, or by the 3-pack half off, right? And to be able to use those fragrance flowers to get people's opinion on how they like them. Because so far, every person that I've sold fragrance flowers to buy them on a regular basis. And it's for those small spaces where they need some fragrance. You just want to make sure nothing touches those petals, because as with anything with oil, it will eat through everything. So you just want to make sure that they know. Look at Shayna's. Oh, and she colored that one. That one's beautiful, Shayna, with the turquoise and the purple. That's gorgeous. Wow. Very pretty.
Funny thing is, I actually colored this the week before April started, and I still have oil in it.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, they're lasting a long time. But even I think I have Fiji flower in my bathroom and it still has oil in it. I don't even know how long ago Fiji flower was.
That was in the summer collection.
Yeah, and it still has oil. I almost switched it up for a very snowy spruce yesterday, but I drew the line. I didn't want to waste it. Oh, something else I want to share about what Wendy Heath Newgas said on her training. She got the little, the little oil glass bottles for the essential oils for samples, the little tiny little baby bottles, like they're itty bitty this big. So she went through and bought one of each fragrance flower. And if we're all local, we could do this. Kathy, you just have to drive up. One of each fragrance flower, use a dropper and put the fragrance flower oil in each little bottle. So when she does the fragrance flower parties at a local business, it's the clear plastic stand and they can scan and order their fragrance flower like at the dentist office. She's got a little bowl of all those little things they can smell. She doesn't even do testers anymore. It's just the little glass things with the actual fragrance flower oil in those tester bottles. I thought that was so genius. So you could go in with some other people, to create your own little, but the fragrance flower parties, offices are having those like crazy. She has all the documents already done. You slide it in there and literally people can scan it, place the order for their flower, and the office staff, whoever is getting the hostess benefits. It's huge, like a huge opportunity. So yeah, you have to think about doing that.
I've done something similar to that at my hairdresser, the person who's going to color all this or whatever. And I do what you just said. I buy the bundle at half price. And so that is now my tip for her. You know what I mean? Instead of tipping her out or whatever. But she loves it. And she leaves it there and all my stuff is there. And, it's a pretty popular little shop. So it's helping for sure.
That's
She loves
awesome.
it.
That's very cool. All right. Anybody else have something they want to share?
Actually, it's just something that I saw that someone else shared.
Uh-huh.
They did, actually, I think it was my sponsor, Heather Ira. She did a tester basket, where she put in, cleaning stuff, body stuff, waxes, and just a bunch of different stuff. She even put a sticker across it saying tester, and all her information was in it, catalog and everything. And she gave it to, I think she said that she just hands them out to certain either companies or someone that's possibly hosting a party that would has a lot of people come by or whatever. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that's an amazing idea. Because then they get to try the stuff out before they even buy it.
Yeah. And then I think that's the biggest thing is when you can get them to try before they buy and they can experience it, they're spending way more money or more likely to host or put up a personal shopping link for them. And something that I put the other day that worked, got me 3 parties online, was if you spend $200 a year with me, get a shopping link. Let me put one up. As long as you spend $200 before 90 days, I can get you 20 and free and 2 half price off items. 3 people said, give me personal shopping links. I'll take them. So it's just offering that to people that are spending that. Say, if you spend $200 in 90 days with me, we need to get a link set up for you so they can build their rewards. They just have to buy everything online, but that's all right. It's worth it.
Heather, I actually do the shopping links a lot. But I don't know if it sounds mean. I don't give them the 90 days. If it's the very, very beginning of a month, or say like was late August, I'll say, okay, it's practically September. So we'll go to the end of September, but I try to keep them like a month. And right now my PRV is higher than it's been in a really long time. And honestly, all I've done was 6 to 8 parties using a shopping link. One of them's at 610 right now, and she's going to close next week.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
literally it's just the shopping links. I
Yeah.
have not, going back to like home party ideas yet or anything. Of course I can post for them and do stuff like that, but it's really just those shopping links. And I
Yeah,
was
especially for
talking to
people
Monty
that
about
are,
it too.
well, especially people that are buying, but they're buying not like my customers. I have the ones that will come spend $200 and get the rewards immediately. But I have my little purchasers where they don't spend $200 a month, but they'll spend it in 90 days, especially if they're trying to get the air purifier for half off, trying to get to that $500 mark. So
Yep, that's where my friend Christy is right now.
It helps.
That's all she wanted. And she's at like
yeah.
610 after today. She didn't realize that yet.
See, that's awesome. And especially with all the LTOs and stuff coming out. I mean, one lady bought $370 on my PWS from clearance items for that sale that they did. One person, she did all of her
Oh,
Christmas
wow.
shopping. And it just goes to show you, she's like, I just bought it under my link. Why not? Because they're more likely to spend if they know they're going to be able to cash it in. So if y'all have not tried that, yeah, try either Holly's way where she gives them a month, or I usually tell them 85 days just because I like to get closed beforehand. But I have a lot more people sharing it this go round because of it. And I got 3 people set up on parties because of the NFL warmers coming. I said, maybe your friends want the same warmer. So remember, that's coming Monday. So you might want to try to go that route as well. All right.
can
Anybody
also
else?
redeem their-
Oh, go ahead, Josh.
They can redeem their stitch warmers right now too. So contact your people that did stitch.
Okay, good. Good to know that. Because I don't think I had anybody that did that.
Yeah, I just
Awesome.
had 2 redeemed, so.
Good to know. All right. Anybody else have anything they want to add? If not, we'll see y'all this Thursday night on Shift. All right, guys, y'all have a great night. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see
Night.
y'all Thursday night. Bye, everybody.